Hello, beautiful, and welcome to Finding Fertility. I'm your host, Monica Cox from findingfertility.co, and I created this podcast to help get you to start thinking outside of the box and realize that your infertility might have nothing to do with your lady bits. Rooted in functional medicine and personal experience, Finding Fertility is all about looking at the whole body and finding the root cause of your infertility. Finding Fertility does not diagnose, prescribe, or treat any issues of infertility, but what we do is take a holistic approach and improve your diet and your lifestyle to get you steps closer to creating your dream family. Just by being here with me, listening to this podcast, you're already going down the right path to making your dreams come true. Let's do this together. Happy Friday, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Finding Fertility. I'm your host, Monica Cox, and I am incredibly honored you are here with me, becoming the conscious mama you were born to be. Today, we have a rant and a rave from actually a TikTok. Love the long format over there, and if I can bring it here for you guys, because like I preach, social media can be a little bit of a black hole. I am more than happy to do that. So without further ado, let's get to today's episode. So here are some of the top things that I did that actually harmed my fertility more than it helped. And the last one I'm going to tell you is everyone, 100% of people going through fertility issues has done the same thing or is doing the same thing. Actually, probably all of these. The first one is diet. I was on the wrong diet several times. For instance, I saw an iridologist and I was already on a pretty strict paleo diet, and he basically told me before I got the information that I know now to go on a keto diet. The keto diet took away my cycle. Like, the only thing I had going for me in my fertility journey at that time was I had a regular cycle, and the keto diet completely destroyed it because it was not the right diet for me. Keto is very specific for insulin resistance, does definitely work for a specific type of woman, but for most of us other women, it's one of the worst diets you can possibly do. So that leads me into paleo wasn't even the right diet for me. I was still eating in abundance food that I was highly intolerant to because I thought they were healthy, and they are healthy for most people. But for me and my body, things like tomatoes and paprika were highly inflammatory for me, and until I cut those out, I wasn't able to heal the root cause of my fertility issues, which was my gut health. Over-supplementing. And this is like definitely something everyone does. We tend to go for this quick fix and hyper focus on supplementation that has been branded with "this is good for fertility." Even like teas and like royal jelly and like NyQuil or like whatever the cough syrup, like all that crap was actually doing more damage to my body, especially when I was over supplementing, because it's actually what your liver has to deal with all that shit. And one of my main issues was detoxification. So I wasn't detoxing properly, so contributing to the inflammation and oxidative stress, and just impacting my liver and just making it more sluggish. This wasn't particularly my issue, but I have to say it because this is about 90% of my clients that I see. This is hindering their fertility more than it's helping, and it's so frustrating. And that is the overuse and the consistent use, like back to back to back, like not giving your body a break, of IUI and IVF. People do not realize the impact, the mental, the emotional, and the physical impact of these fertility treatments. And you're already dealing with health issues, right? Most people who go to use IVF don't need IVF. There is a small category of people that it's really helpful for, and the people who are taking care of their health choose to use it for some time restraints or whatever issues. Great, but most women are getting pushed because there's like this time urgency. You have all these issues, and they don't realize that the drugs and the treatment and all that is just massively impacting their body. And I literally have to help them like heal
from like IVF. It's crazy. For me, just the way it worked, I didn't do this on purpose. I did 5 treatments, but those 5 treatments were, I think, over like almost a 5-year span, and the 4th and the 5th treatment was because I got pregnant and I had my baby and I waited 2 years to do another frozen embryo transfer. But the 1st to 4th treatment was almost 2 years I took to do all those. Like I said, I didn't do it consciously, but I look back and I'm so grateful because between every treatment that I did, I improved my health. I recovered. My health got better and better and better, and I was able to maximize my time with that fertility treatment. Last one I want to talk about, and I did this too, and I see, because there's a lot, like most of women dealing with fertility issues are type A and just like overdoing, go, right? And you apply how you've lived your life and how your patterns are to your fertility journey. So we come to a fertility journey thinking like, oh, I'm gonna type A my way out of here. I've got this huge checklist. I'm gonna do all the things all at once. And that literally is contributing to your fertility issues, because your adrenals are maxed out, your cortisol's on overdrive, messing with your hormones, causing inflammation, that will contribute to low egg quality and all the other issues.
Thank you once again for tuning in to the Finding Fertility podcast. If you're loving this podcast, please leave us a rating and review and let us know how this podcast is supporting you to get steps closer to creating your dream family. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and we will see you next Friday for another episode of the Finding Fertility podcast.